How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to Update 3D. Today I'm going to be walking you through how to set up your Flashforge Adventurer 5M, 5M Pro, or AD5X with the new Flash Studio desktop slicer and Flash Studio app. Let's get into it. First thing you need to do is go to the Flashforge website and download the Orca-Flashforge software if you haven't got it already, and visit the App Store or Google Play Store to download the Flash Studio app. Now, depending on when you are watching this video, the app may just already be out, called Flash Studio Desktop, which you can download directly from Flashforge, but at the time of recording, you need to do it by downloading Orca-Flashforge first. Once you've downloaded both the slicer and the app, you are then going to open Orca-Flashforge and update it to the latest version, which is version 1.7.0. If you don't see version 1.7.0, then you'll need to upgrade the slicer to version 1.6.1 first, and then upgrade it once more to version 1.7.0. Once upgraded, the software will rename itself to Flash Studio Desktop. If you don't already have an account with Flashforge, then now is the time to register. If you do already have one, then just simply log into both the Flash Studio app and the Flash Studio Desktop slicer, and you should then be able to see your previously connected printers in the Device tab. Now, for those of you who previously had a FlashMaker account and had your printers in your Device tab, you may notice that your printers say version 2 low underneath them. If that's the case, then you'll need to update them to the latest firmware to use the Flash Studio app and the Flash Studio Desktop slicer. If your printer cannot find the firmware update by simply searching for it on the machine itself, then you will need to manually upgrade the firmware via USB. To do this, you need to revisit Flashforge's website and download the latest firmware for your printer. You then need to extract it using an application like WinZip or WinRAR and transfer the extracted files into the main directory of a blank USB. So in other words, straight onto the USB and not in a separate folder. We're then going to plug this USB into our Flashforge printer and power it on. If all the steps have been followed correctly, then your Flashforge printer should start upgrading its firmware. Once the firmware has installed, remove the USB, restart the printer, and you're done. It should be updated to the latest firmware. If your printers are already linked to your account, then they will now be available to send prints to, and you will be able to monitor them in the new slicer and mobile app. If you didn't already have a Flashforge/FlashMaker account, I will now walk you through how to add a printer to your account. With your 3D printer powered on, you are going to navigate to the Information tab and then press on My Account. Then inside the Flash Studio app, we are going to press the plus button in the top right corner and then scan the QR code on your printer screen. You are then going to press the confirm binding button and your printer will now be bound to your account and be available to control inside Flash Studio Desktop and the Flash Studio app. You will be able to view a camera if you have one connected, view print history, pause and cancel prints, change temps and other print settings, as well as now browse a wide range of 3D models from various model repository sites, such as Creality Cloud, MakerWorld, Cults 3D, and I think even Thingiverse, as far as I've seen at the moment. Now, unfortunately, as far as I can see, there is no way for you to currently slice the files and send them to your printer directly from the mobile app. Correction, now you can. Kind of. While editing this video, Flashforge has been improving both the desktop slicer and mobile app. I noticed just the other day when I was looking through the app for models to print that there was now a prepare to print button which wasn't previously there. Now, the reason I say that you kind of can is because it seems at the moment that it's not all the models available on that repository, just a handful or selected few. I'm not sure if it will be available for all models in the future, or if it just requires people to slice files on, Flash Studio with those printer profiles selected and upload the print file to the repository. Either way, this is fantastic to see. Similar to the Bamboo Handy app, once you select prepare to print, it'll ask you to choose the print profile, then select your printer. It'll also ask you to select the installed build plate and the filament. One thing that I also noticed is that there seems to be a scale model option, allowing you to resize the model, which is pretty neat. Well done, Flashforge. This is definitely going to improve the 3D printing experience with your machines, and I can't wait to see what future updates you bring to both the desktop slicer and the mobile app. Thanks for watching, guys. If you found the video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on the Flash Studio desktop slicer and the Flash Studio app in the comments down below. And as always, happy printing.